Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Lygia here with your full moon reading for July 10th, 2025. And the full moon is in Capricorn this time, which means that we are dealing with some earthbound, shall we say, earthbound stuff, events. We are in a very particularly high vibrational time where the inner parts of us are changing, evolving like no one's business, and to a height that is basically dependent upon the development of each and every person. So in other words, each level is different. But at the same time, everything that's going on in the world at the moment, it seems like it's in complete upheaval. So Capricorn has that earthy bit to it, and it does deal with the earth. So Gaia is really moving. Mother Gaia is really moving in many different ways. One of the things that is coming up, especially at this particular time, is that change is the norm. So you could be changing in many different ways, vibrationally, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, in all aspects of yourself, in every area of yourself. So it could be a massive transformational change. Just saying that. That said, if you are going through changes that are overwhelming, this is a time to take that self-care. Like it's just a given. In fact, your body will probably tell you that 100%. It will say, okay, you need to take a break. This is not feasible. This is not sustainable. We have to take a rest. So take the time to do that. Take the time to enjoy the weather, which is out there at the moment for summer. Take the time to just be. And if it turns out that you are a little bit fearful about what is going on out there, take the time within. So in other words, be on your own. Don't look at the news. Don't look at the social media when it comes to that. Try as hard as you possibly can not to take life so seriously. And I'm curious to know if that is actually going to come up with this full moon. So this reading is going to carry through the messages between this full moon, so on the 9th, July 9th, to the 24th, so that into the new moon. And I would encourage you to go through your life, just kind of do a little bit of an inventory of your life. See where things need to change. And if that's the case, and where things need to be let go, and especially that's the thing, that's the theme for the full moon, is letting go. And then in the new moon, that's the time for manifestation, what it is that you want to see in the next cycle. So take the time to review what you've done, what you want to do differently, what you would like to let go out of your environment, from your system, from anything. Take the time for focusing on your health and wellness. So that also includes the spiritual aspects of things, and just really focus on you. Don't focus on everybody else out there or everything that is going on in the world. Focus on yourself, the personal goals you have, the goals for achievement that you would like to do before the end of the year as well, and just be focused. This is a time of focus. Okay, so keep that in mind. I have 4 cards that I've picked, but I haven't looked at them, so let's look at them together. The first card we have is past life. There are a lot of past life and or incarnational reviews that we are having to do, and I believe that this is also indicating that we have something major coming in that we have to deal with, whether it is to do with past life, to do with the most immediate past life that you've had, or for the intentions to change the wisdom that you're getting, to change your goings on, the activities or the actions that you need to that are coming into this lifetime. So basically, we all have wisdom within us, in our soul, that is timeless. It's basically something from the beginning of time. Every incarnation that we have here on this planet and or other planets, we are kind of recording it in our Akashic records in the library, the Akashic soul library, shall we say. And so that said, you can tap into the wisdom that you have from that time period. And some are more adequate or apt at doing that than others. So they've been able to go and take a way of or an intuitive course to be able to tap into their Akashic records and help others to tap into them, to theirs as well. So in this case, though, we have access to our Akashic records. You just have to focus and maybe possibly do a little bit of protocols that are involved in the certification for the Akashic records. But whatever that may be, focus. This is mostly coming out, the messages that are coming out from your past life are to be dealt with. There are past life experiences that need to be dealt with, especially at this particular time, so that there's a karmic influence that does not transfer into the next life, should you be there in the next life. That's what I feel is coming up. It's pretty complicated in that sense, because there's a lot more. There could be layers of incarnational guck that you have to deal with. And you might not have dealt with it before, so now you have to deal with it. It's literally coming up for you to have to deal with it at this time. So this could be fears for many different things. And maybe this is also something that whatever it is that's around, that's going on in the events in the world or events in your own life, could be triggering you to deal with the layer upon layer upon layer that you haven't dealt with yet. So that said, it's a challenging time. Let's just put it this way. In the next 2 weeks, there will be things that will come up that will challenge your emotional state, your mental state. I'm just being, straight up, basically. It's going to be difficult. And it's for everyone. So I'm no exception. I'm going to have that too. So in that case, try as hard as you can to be in a more self-focused state. So like I said, don't worry about other people. Don't worry about the drama that happens in everybody else's life, or that drama comes to you or comes knocking on your door. Just put your personal boundaries up and just leave it. Don't bother getting involved. Don't try to get involved. There's going to be a lot going on in the world, and keep, like I say, one ear, one eye kind of on it, and just do what you can and leave what you can't. Okay? So that's in the next time period. And when we have this energy that is associated with the astrological aspects, and I mean planetary aspects at this time, it's very, very, very potent. Very, very potent. So let's go on to the next card and take a look and see what that is. And that's spirit. Okay, so we have, this is kind of a twofold thing. This is, what I'm seeing here is that your spirit is being tried. So, yes, I know it's all about challenges. But part of this is because our spirits are, like I said, timeless. They're eternal. And we have so much wisdom that we can use to help others and ourselves through this particular time. That said, when I say the spirits could be tried, it's basically the fact that our soul is still going through evolution. It's going through an evolutionary time period that it really wants to evolve, and evolve to a place where maybe it's possible you're transcending into the next dimension, into the next level of being that the soul is. And if that's the case, then your soul is going to embrace whatever comes to it, that means challenges, any challenges that come in. It's how you see it afterwards, how you react to these challenges, and how you look at them, what perspective you see. And this card is basically talking about how spirit, great spirit, can help you in doing this. So you're not alone in going through any trials or tribulations, facing your fears, seeing things that are happening in the world and feeling like you're powerless. That's actually something that came up in my newsletter, my weekly newsletter. So I've resumed doing my weekly newsletter come this week. Basically, I was a little bit late on it, but that said, if you would like to sign up for it, you're more than welcome to on my website, takebackyourpower.live. And at the very bottom, there's a little option to sign up for the newsletter. And what I'm doing is basically channeling a message, or I have messages that come out in the newsletter, and it might involve card readings as well. So that said, the message for this week was about the fact that we are in a state of trial, that we have to deal with our fears, the shadow sides of ourselves, because it is just coming up. It's this evolutionary time period, this energetic vibration that we're at this moment, that we have to deal with it. Because if we don't, then the evolution just does not proceed as smoothly as it should. And I do believe that we are. It's almost like a wave. It's like the wave of individuals that are dealing with their stuff is coming up, and then those that are in the middle that are not dealing with their things, the wave is pushing up, and basically making people deal with their fears. So that said, Great Spirit is there for us. The all that is, the source, God, the universe is there for us, and we are always supported. So whatever issues that you have, put up there, but basically send it up there. And this is a perfect time, as the full moon, to be able to write down the things that you want to let go of, things that you find are very difficult in your life, and just say, okay, you know what, this is what I'm having difficulties with, Spirit, then help me out here. And just let it be. Let Spirit help you. Okay, let's go on to the next one. We've got speech. Okay, so this is about expression. So this is also about you expressing yourself in the most personally, well, I'd say not so much forward, but basically more truthfully in the way that you're speaking, and also not holding back. That doesn't mean that you want to hold back, like that you're not going to have couth in the way that you say your words to somebody else, but it's saying that this is a way of expressing ourselves, our verbal capacity. So we're going to see also some people that will verbally mention threats, and that could be globally as well. So there could be global threats. There could be threats towards you, in the sense that sometimes what other people will say might be icky, and you could be butting heads with others as well. So there could be some relationship things that come up. However, that does not mean that your reaction has to follow suit in continuing to make the lines and the ties of communication difficult. So that's one side of that. The other side of speech and expression is that time to also, because it's also a creative time. It's really, really odd. It's kind of like, you got to look at the good parts of this, and that our expressive side is about our creativity, our creative sides. So this is a time of creativity. Create that which you want to create. Create the passions that you have within you. Does that mean, that might mean that it's anything for anyone. So it could be very unique to you. So some people might do artsy fartsy things, and then others might actually create in their personal, like very internally. So there's an opportunity to create energetically as well. So we can see some new things coming out when it comes to the ways in which alternatives, say for example, for tackling health and wellness, being able to raise our vibrations. So some energetic works that are coming out, new activations, say for example, of ourselves. We could be seeing a lot of ways that Mother Gaia is expressing herself, and that could mean in so many different ways. Some of them a little bit difficult to deal with, but I believe that we're going to see some very extraordinary things that will come up. Could be things in the sky as well. So think beyond the definition of expression, because expression is not just about speech. Speech is a privilege. So this is about expressing everything about you, noticing other expressions. So like I said, Mother Gaia, and the expressions of, say, nature as well. And you will know what that looks like. you'll have an inkling, your intuition, and trust your intuition about what that looks like. So our last card of the full moon reading is the ambition card. Now this is about focus. Like I said at the very beginning, let's maintain our focus because of the fact that I believe that there are events and there will be speech, shall we say, from leaders, from individuals that are the, say, powers that be or powers that are trying to control, that might come out and try to distract us. And that's what it's been a lot, has been distractions. But this is about keep your focus upon what it is that you are doing at this time to complete, say, for example, complete any projects, creative or otherwise. And also just your focus upon your life mission, should you know what that is. If you know you're doing something that you really enjoy and you're evolving within it, then continue upon it and try very hard not to look at everything that is going on with dread in the world. Okay, I think it's important to actually be in a state of higher vibration. So that means looking at a higher perspective, or looking from a higher perspective. Whenever you feel yourself very fearful or having this holy crap moment, then drop down into your heart. This takes practice as well. But what that looks like is sometimes you could just close your eyes and actually feel like you are in your heart looking at the walls of the heart. That could be that imagination of knowing that as well. Imagination is very important. But feel as though you are in your heart. Hold your heart with one or both hands and just feel where your hands are. And know that you can drop down there into that place where the vibrations are off the charts. Like the Heart Math Institute has basically done some major studies on the heart and how the electrical impulses in the heart are greater than 5,000 times that of the electrical impulses that come from the brain. So it's not to say that your brain doesn't work as hard as the heart. It just means that basically they work together. And when you are in your heart, you can make your divine thoughts, your desires 10 times and then some more in the place of manifestation, or to get to that point, the threshold to manifest better than you could ever do if you were just doing it off the head. Like basically, I'm thinking about this is what I would like, and that's it. When you add the emotion to it, when you add your heartfelt loving emotion to it, you will see it exist. You will see the manifestation of something. So that said, let's look at this again. We are going into some acts of our past life. We are seeing that the past lives that we have lived, or basically past incarnations that we've lived, is going to have the wisdom coming out. And we have access to that. We might have to deal with some past incarnational trauma that evokes fear at this particular time. And if that's the case, if you become overwhelmed, don't forget that spirit is there for you. And that's our next card as well, that spirit is there for us. But also knowing that our own spirit wants to evolve. So once you deal with those fears and the challenges that come up, then you will evolve well beyond where you're at right now. And sometimes we don't even recognize ourselves a month later. So know that spirit is there for you, that great spirit is there for you, and that your spirit is evolving. The next is the expression, our speech, not only our verbal speech, but basically the expression of and the communication of ourselves is coming up at this time too. This is an important time period. Maybe that also means actually being a little bit of an activist, speaking out about what it is that you want to see differently in the world and in your life. But also know that it's about expression in so many different ways, and we're going to see the earth also expressing herself. then keeping focused while this is all happening in ambition, continuing to be ambitious upon your mission, upon your life purpose mission. And this means not being distracted by anybody else or anything else that tries to evoke fear. It's all about coming back to yourself and knowing that, keeping, like I said, keeping the knowledge out there, being real about it, knowing that things are going on, and making adjustments accordingly in your life. But at the same time, just know that life is not always going to be that way. It's not always going to be as dire as it seems, okay? And especially since you're living this particular life in a present life thought pattern. Think above it. That's what this is also saying. Our perspectives have the capability of moving higher. And this is that time to do that. So I hope this helps. I hope that you have a wonderful full moon in Capricorn. And if you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And if you'd like to hear more about the messages that come in for the next week, please go to my website, takebackyourpower.live, and sign up for my free newsletter. I have a weekly newsletter. Sometimes I go monthly if I'm on tour, but basically I will do a weekly newsletter throughout the summertime. And I encourage you to go and check that out because it's becoming even more and more predictive and more inspiratory. Or giving inspiration. So that's a beautiful thing. I also want to mention too that pretty soon I'm also going to be just a kind of a spoiler alert. I'm also going to be I have an account on Instagram, and I'll probably be doing a little bit more on that or some other platform, whatever the case may be. But I do plan on kind of getting things out there a little bit more. That said, and also if you're interested in purchasing my newly self-published Oracle card deck, please contact me. You have the option to do that at takebackyourpower.live, my website. There's a contact form there, and I will get something out to you because I am looking into shipping and distribution at this time. So that said, I hope you have a very wonderful, wonderful full moon, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care, and bye for now.